Sometimes, however, it's not about efficiency or productivity or quality or streamlining. Sometimes it is about compliance or customer experience or other things. And we all know, because I'm going to guess that you all have had interactions with various regulating bodies, efficiency and compliance don't necessarily always go hand in hand. Unless that's not the case. Anyone here had that experience where compliance is always very efficient? We essentially wanted to show where the handoffs were happening along the product life cycle. And then across the bottom, and I don't know how easy or difficult it is to see in the back, we mapped controls. This particular client they didn't have a database of their business processes, but they did have a database of their compliance controls. They are in a very highly regulated industry. And they actually, I have never seen this anywhere else, they had a database that had the regulation mapped to the policy, mapped to the control. We basically took that database, looked at all the controls that applied to this particular life cycle, and mapped them at this highest level. Topology, which basically means we took a look at areas where there was either a lack of control, so there was something going on in that box that presented a compliance risk, but there were no controls existent around that. Places where controls were there, but dependent on someone or a series of someones to execute those controls. So you all know, when the process is subject to human error, you've got possible compliance violations. Where there were system gaps, or we call it going off the grid of workflow. This client has a workflow system, but it's not a complete workflow system. It only covers, I would say, 80 to 85% of the process. This whole part that's kind of down here, all of this happened off the grid. They got the process to a certain point. Then this whole big piece, I called it a loop because there was a lot of back and forthing. They did it by email, in Word, and someone just kept a spreadsheet of how many iterations something went through before they came back onto the grid, kind of somewhere